Welcome back everyone to Welstopia. We are back here at the Sea Ghost where we have finished the floors to the upper decks and to the main deck. Over here we have the location for our hatch that's going to lead down to our hold. And right here, this is where we are going to have our mast. Might as well chuck a piece of wood there, and this will be the beginning of our mast. Of course, there'll be much more to do as we will make that higher and lower. What I want to do though is to put at least one more here. That way we'll be able to know where the mast is as we create our lower level, because today we are going to be creating our hold, and in addition to that, of course, the bilges. And that way we'll have the flooring done for the ship. Now let's jump on in and see where's the best place to put our floor for our hold here. Now right here we have our, right here we have, let's see, we get this to line up. Okay, that's one there, that's two there, and we want to make sure that we are one, two, probably right here would be the best place for that. 1, 2.5, yeah. And that will leave us 1.5 for the bilge, because right here is where we are going to have our floor for the bilges. So the bilges will be shorter than the rest, but that is very specifically said in the modules, so that's not going to be in any way unusual. I think this would be good, and we could have our holes. So let me get the floor in here, and then we'll see what we can do with it. Before I'll be able to finish this floor, we are going to have to get this place drained, because as you can see here, my floor here is waterlogged. And since it's waterlogged, that means that I'm not going to be able to get rid of all the water that's in here. So I'm first going to close out here so there is absolutely no water coming in. And once I do that, then I could get this place nice and dry, because until it's dry, it's not going to be much good in trying to get this building done. Oh, well, actually, in this case, I don't have to worry about what's below it, right? Ah, those are stairs. Forgot about that, which means that I put this actually 1 too high, which made the ceiling too low there, because I want to favor the hold, make sure it doesn't get shortchanged in the size of it, because the hold should be reasonably sized. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I don't want to be there. I actually want to be there. Yeah. Still waterlogged, of course, but that's a little bit more obvious, I guess. But I have a little bit more headroom now, and when you're in the hold, I think you need a little bit of room. I not only want the headroom, but I also, of course, want this to be spawn-proof once I have it all done. And one way to make it spawn-proof, of course, is to use the lower half there. There we go, one mast. Starting of a floor, and this is a little uneven. Well, I'll have to work on that at some point. I probably just want that and that for now. Since I have an efficiency 4 shovel, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill everything in here with dirt and then let that take away all the water. If I had sand in the area, I would probably have used that instead, but as I don't, I'll just stick with good old dirt and continue on my way up and up and up. There you have it, nice and dry. This torch right here, this is right at the water line. This is the water line is right above where the torches are, which means that the hold deck is right below the water line, half a meter below the water line. So this is where we are going to have our hold, and then of course below that will be the bilges. And with the bilges, I need to taper in a little bit. And the trick is how I'm going to best do that, because that's going to be difficult to do from this side, I think. How do I taper in without creating any sort of trouble? Probably have to use stairs in some manner. If I put stairs right here, they'll come out wrong. Ooh. This is going to be really, really tricky. What if I forget about gradual tapering for now and just put it in by one and see what that accomplishes? So I will have to get rid of all of this dirt if I'm going to manage to do that. There you have it. All that's left to do is to we could taper on the inside though. Well, yeah, I could do tapering on the inside. It's just outside where I really wanted to forget about the tapering. So I'm gonna switch this to stairs and then continue along the way. I think that will look much better, at least if I don't let water take over the place. This may take a little time. And with that done all the way through, now we could just place the bottom and we will all be finished with the... Well, no, we still have that floor to finish up. We will have most of the floors. Now I want to leave this space open right there for the moment. And that's because this space right here, because I have a little error to correct, because I noticed while working on this that I had placed this, of course, slightly towards the aft, with this being aft of the mast. The only little problem is this is aft, which means I got that all backwards. Keep that open. And I have to move the... Good thing I didn't finish the mast before noticing that. But now I need to go and get that redone so that everything is now looking correct. Step 1. Chop down the old mast. Then we could place the new one over here. We want this... because we don't want the mast going all the way through there, because that could create problems, I would think. So instead, I want the... what's the best way to represent what we do with the mast here? Probably in the bilges, we'll just have to do that, and do that for this section. Start with the mast on top of there, and have this section here, 1, 2, 3, because we want this to be represented that you are slotted through here, but we don't want the mast going through to the bottom, I would think, because if you had to change the mast, you'd be leaving a hole on the bottom. Alright, I don't know what they do on actual ships in that situation. Let's see, 1, 2. So that's how I'm going to have it. So we just slot the, let's see. Some more stair. And I've got 8 stairs. Exactly. Good. One. Good. And there you go. And that's where we'll be placing our mast. Now let's get up here and see how this works. And let's head up this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Want to try a few more of these? Do I have any oak on me? Yes, I do. Now, how tall are these things? I didn't think about that. Based on what I see in the ship's description, the crow's nest is about 12 blocks above the main deck. And I added 2 additional blocks to take into account that the mast extends above the crow's nest. And I'm going to have fun getting up there when I'm all finished with this. Right? Right. Sounds like this where I wonder, well, it'd be nice if I had an elytra. Fortunately, it's not enough to get me killed, right? But it's still an algae. Yes, there we go. There is our main mast right over there. Let's take this here. And there is the mast. But now, of course, we need to get that hatch that should be on this side rather than on the other. So I guess I'm going to have to go down here and get myself an improvised stairway until I get the real one up here. There we go. Up there. There. Up. 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 And there you go. Now I have to look at it. I'm finding this 3x3 hatch to make things a bit tight when coming up next to the cabins below the quarterdeck. Therefore, I'm going to make this a 2x3 area. And I might as well at this point... Well, I don't have the trapdoors on me? Alright, well... Oh, here they are. Thought I had some trapdoors with me. Let's try... Oh, no, those aren't trapdoors. Those are slabs. The trapdoors are right there. Alright. Can I put trapdoors there? They go on the underside there. And 1, 2, 3. There you go. So we could open up the hatch for loading and unloading our cargo. Good. Actually, let's try... No, I guess... Nah, I think that's going to be the best I can do. Actually, it's supposed to be slightly raised, so what if I do this, go around like that. If it's literally slightly raised, then I could do this like that. Well, they go down instead of up, but you can't have everything. There you go. And I think that will work. And now we can... No, one more tweak. I am going to instead use stairs. That way I have a little bit more room for maneuverability around here. There you have it. Much better. Now, as for the aft section, what I want to add now is the ladder down, which means that you're going to have to worry about a door. which is going to be problematic. Actually, I guess we'll have to do is similar to what we did there, and that is start right here. We want to go just to the middle, and I'm going to do this because this is on the half section. So we want to start right below it, right? No, not quite. How about, well, if we got a stair right there, what if we just start heading down right over here? Assuming I can do, oh, I've got this nice and convenient here to give me a little guidance. How nice. Right there, yeah. I can do that. With way down, I think it's finally time for us to finish up with the floor here because we can do it now, right? Now that we know where the, oh, first we want the bilge deck to be finished up. Then we could worry about the hold deck. One bit at a time, one bit at a time. This shouldn't take all that long. One, two, and alright, there we go. There is the bilge. Well, yeah, I guess we'll just live with that. Let me see. We want this here, this here, this here, right here. Good. Right at the right level. Perfect. Now, how am I going to get up there now? How do you get up and down from the bilges, I wonder? I better think about doing that before I make a full set of flooring around here. I've placed the deck to the point where we have the crew's quarter on this side and the bosun and mate's quarters on this side, and of course this would be the section where we have the hold. Now before I do that section, I want to make sure that I have the hatches down into that lead down into the bilges. Not that we're going, I don't know why I made so many trapdoors for this thing, but alright. Well, I suppose we could live with it that way. Yes, I want the bilge access to be done that way. Now the question is, how are we going to get into the bilge, because you really can't do anything under here, unfortunately. That is the little bit of a problem there, since there isn't a concept of crawling in Minecraft, at least not unless you're swimming. So we will have to live with actually having no way in or out of the bilges once I get this built. So I guess I should grab that and hopefully be able to grab that. Of course not. Oh well. Here we are with the hold being complete. The hold goes from just at the edge of this block down to the edge of that block. So we have the hold here, then we have quarters on either side. And I think that takes care of that. Of course, I still have to build the details of the walls and all of that, and how the quarters fit in, but I think it's a good start for there. Now, is there anything else that needs to be done at the start? Because next time we will start to worry about actually taking care of the various cabins within the ship. How's this starting to come together? I think it could look better. It looks more the shape of one of those bulk carriers rather than like a sleek smuggler ship or anything like that, but that's best I could do at the moment at this scale. I'm sure a better shipbuilder would be able to do a much better job, but think this is only the second time where I've seriously attempted to build a ship. But I think that's where we'll leave off this time. We've got the lower level done, and I think next time we should start out with the upper decks here and the main deck and get what we need for that. And that'll be in our next episode of Pineleaf Plays Minecraft Welstopia.